everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Autumn here today to do my June TBR. So this is going to be a little different because whatever-a-thon is hosted by Maddie from Book Browsing Blog is hosting a month-long readathon, and I'm taking part. So that is a competitive team readathon. I am on contemporary, and my main goal is to read 20 books. So for the month, I decided to roll 20 times on my board, and yeah, so usually I roll dice and it will tell me how many times I'm going to roll, but I wanted to read 20 books, so I figured why not roll 20 times. Some of these do fit the prompts for whatever-a-thon, but I'm going to have my own TBR video of that. But let's get into the rolls. But first, I should also mention that I'm not picking an author this month or an anthology just because I'm rolling 20 times. So yeah, I didn't pick an author or anthology. Now let's get on to the rolls.
Roll number 1. Last month we ended up on finish a series, so that's where we're going to start. And we have 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Romance reveal.
Roll number 1 was romance reveal, and for that I am going to pick Take Me There by MC Decker. It's a short little romance reveal book, and yeah, I think I will like it. Yeah, it's short, so a lot of these are short. This is not even 200 pages, so I could read this in like 2 hours. So yes, roll number 1 is Take Me There by MC Decker.
Roll number 2, we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. TBR jar. For roll number 2, I got TBR jar, and I decided to add all of the host favorites books that I owned into a wheel, and I'm gonna spin that, and that's gonna be my TBR jar. So let's spin the wheel. And it is Verity, which is perfect because that is actually India's read, so I will get all of the full points on this one. So yay!
Roll number 2 was TBR jar, and for that, as you saw, I rolled, I put all the host favorites that I own in a wheel, and I spun the wheel, and it chose Verity by Colleen Hoover. So that's what I'm going to be reading for this. I don't have this on audio, but I could get it. It's like $1.99. So I probably will be purchasing this audiobook, but yes, TBR jar.
Roll number 3, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. KU.
Roll number 3 was Kindle Limited, and for that I am going to read Always Only You by Chloe Lies, something like that. This is the second book in this series, Bergman Brothers series, and this looks like a sports romance. So yeah.
Roll number 4, we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Read your Kindle.
Rule number 4 was read your Kindle. And normally I would pick a book from one of my collections on my Kindle, but this time I picked the actual book I wanted to read, and that is going to be #Fate by Cambria Herbert. This is issue number 6 of the Gear Shark series, and I've not read this. This came out in 2019, so 2 years ago, and I still haven't read it. So I really need to read this. And this is Drew and Trent's continuation of their story. So it is MM, and I'm super excited to read this. So yes.
Rule number 5, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reread.
Rule number 5 is a reread, and for that I'm going to do Divided Interest by Kelly Elliott. This is book 3 in this standalone series of the Southern Bride series. So yes, a reread. I have this on audio, and I'm super excited to reread this. This one follows Paige and Lucas. I don't remember. I've read all of these, and I don't remember which one is which, but I've enjoyed all of them. So yes, for reread, Divine Interest.
Rule number 6, we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First in a series.
Rule number 6 is to read a first in a series, and for that I'm going to do Love at First Sight by Kelly Elliott. This is book 1 in the Southern Bride standalone series, and I'm super excited. I have this on audio, and this one is a continuation of her Cowboy and the Angel series. This one follows Rip and Chloe, if I remember correctly. Let's just look. Yes, Chloe. I'm super excited to reread this. And yeah, it's a first in a series.
Rule number 7, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Own voices.
Rule number 7 is a own voice novel, and for that I am going to do You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is a YA sapphic romance that follows a girl who doesn't have money for college, and she hears if she runs for homecoming queen, she could get a scholarship, and she runs against someone, and it's their story. I have this on audio, and I think it will be cute, and I'm super excited to read this.
Rule number 8, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. iTunes.
Rule number 8 is iTunes, and that's an audiobook I got from iTunes, and for that one I'm going to do #Finish Line by Cambria Herbert. This is a reread, but I haven't listened to the audiobook of this, so I'm super excited. It's book 5 in the Gear Shark series. This is a continuation of Harper and Arrow's book, and I'm super excited. I have read this in the past, as I said, but I'm excited to listen to it. And yeah, I'm super excited. This is a reread.
Rule number 9, we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Read your Kindle.
Rule number 9 is to read your Kindle, and again for this I actually picked what I want to read for this, and that is going to be Fool for You by Kelly Elliott. This is the 7th book in the Southern Bride series. This comes out on June 1st, so it's a new release. I will probably read this the week I read all of the other books in this series. So yes, I won't read this on release day, but I will read it in June, and I'm super excited to read this.
Roll number 10, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reread. So that is my third time landing on reread, so I do have to add a book. So yes.
Roll number 10, we landed on reread, and that was the third reread we landed on, so I added another roll. And for this one, I am going to reread Lucky in Love by Kelly Elliott. This is number 3, 4, 5. I think this is number 5 in the Southern Bride series, but it could be number 4. I don't remember, or I think it's number 4. The number 4? I don't know. But anyways, it's a book in the Southern Bride series, and I'm super excited. This is Sinjin, I forget how you say her name, and Truitt. But I'm super excited to reread this one. I do have this one on audio, and this one's a little thicker than a few of the other ones, but yes, I'm super excited to read this one.
Roll number 11, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bell Book Box.
Roll number 11 is Bell Book Box, and for that, I am going to read Thinking About You by Monica Murphy. This is the Forever Yours duet. So, Thinking About You is book number 2. In this, because book number 1 comes up later in this TBR, but for this one, I'm just doing Thinking About You. This is a new adult sports romance book, and I got it for Bell Book Box. It's an exclusive hardcover thing. I'm super excited to read this.
Roll number 12, we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Prompt jar. So for the month of June, I'm actually going to do my prompt jars a little differently because I am participating in whatever-a-thon. So I'm going to use the bingo board, and I'm going to roll just one die, and I'm going to move those spaces, and whatever one I land on, no, you know what, we're going to use both die. There's 15 spots. So I got, for roll number 12, we got prompt jar. So we're gonna roll, and it's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So indie / self-pub. Awesome.
Roll number 12 was prompt jar. And for this, I actually used the bingo board for the whatever-a-thon, and I rolled the dice, and I moved, and that picked the prompt, indie self-published. And for that, I'm going to read Southern Heat by Natasha Madison. This is the 6th book? Yeah, 6th book in the Southern series. This comes out on June 1st. So, yes, and this is self-published. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it's self-published by Natasha. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's by Natasha Madison. So it's self-published. So it counts. And I'm super excited to read that.
Roll number 13, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prompt jar. For roll number 13, I also landed on prompt jar, so we're just going to continue off where I left off, and we got 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, disability, mental health representation.
Roll number 13, we also landed on prompt jar, and again, I did it on the bingo board, and it landed on disability, mental health rep, and again, I'm not ready. Okay. And for this one, I am going to do Only When It's Us by Chloe Louise Lias. Sorry. And this is also on Kindle Unlimited. This is the first book in the Bergman Brothers series. This is a disability. I'm pretty sure the guy is deaf, and it's a soccer player. And I've heard Jess from Peace Love Books mention this. So, yes, I'm super excited. So, disability.
Roll number 14, we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. KU, and is that the... No, okay, we're good.
Roll number 14 was Kindle Unlimited, and for that I'm going to do Ever After Always by Chloe Linus. And this is a Berg Brothers crossed off sister novel. And this is book 3 in this series. And it's on Kindle Unlimited. I figured I might as well read all 3 of them that's out in this series. So yeah, I'm super excited. I've never read one of her books before, but they're all 3 on here, and I'm sure I'll love them.
Roll number 15, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Romance reveal.
Roll number 15 is Romance Reveal, and for this one, this is the one I use the poll, because for whatever's on there is a prompt for poll, and this is the one I used it for, and I picked 4 books. So we have Tip the Scale by A.K. Evans, Keeping You Away by Kennedy Fox, Catching the Cowboy by Kennedy Fox, and Beautiful March by Christy Passator. And right now, with 26 votes on the Discord, Tip the Scale is winning, so that's what I'm planning on reading, which is fine. It's super short, and I'm excited to read this, but I'll also show you. I'm sorry, it's not that close in, but it is winning. So this is what I plan on reading for Romance Reveal.
Roll number 16, we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Standalone.
Roll number 16 landed on a standalone, and for that I am going to do Delicate Promises by Kelly Elliott. This is a standalone series, and this one is completely a standalone. This is book 2 in the series, so yes, it is part of the series, but it is a standalone series, and I'm counting it. It's my TBR game, so I can do what I want. This is the second book in the Southern Bride series, and this one follows Miles, and what is her name? Hensley? I don't know if I said that right, but I'm super excited to reread this. I have this on audio, and yes, standalone.
Roll number 17, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 iTunes.
Roll number 17, we landed on iTunes, and for that I'm going to listen to The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This is a standalone romance. I don't know anything else about this. It was one of the audiobooks of the week a few months ago, and I bought it. It was $4.99. So yeah, I'm super excited to listen to this.
Roll number 18, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Read Your Shelf. For roll number 18, I got Read Your Shelf, so I'm gonna roll my dice. I have 12 shelves of unread books, so I'm gonna roll these, and whatever one it lands on is the shelf I'm gonna read. So shelf number 3 is this shelf. And honestly, I could pick a Rachel Van Dyken book. Should I go with something short? Or audiobook? I think I might just go for an audiobook. And I think I'm gonna go for Kickin' It by Rachel Van Dyken. This is book 2 in the Red Card series. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna go with.
Roll number 18, we landed on Read Your Shelf, and for that I rolled the dice, which you saw, and I picked Kickin' It by Rachel Van Dyken. This is the second book in the Red Card series. I have this on audio, and I figured, why not finish the series if I can? So yes, Kickin' It by Rachel Van Dyken.
Roll number 19, we have a double, so I do have to add one more roll, and it is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reread.
Roll number 19 was a double, so I added another roll, and we landed on Reread, which was the fourth time we landed on Reread, but since I already added a roll, I didn't. So I am going to reread Take Me Away by Kelly Elliott. I thought I owned this physically, but I guess I don't. So I'm probably going to purchase it when I purchase Full for You at some point. But this is the 6th book in the Southern Bride series. This came out in December, I'm pretty sure. But I'm super excited to reread this one. And yeah.
Roll number 20, we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First in the series. So that is actually no, we're good. Never mind.
Roll number 20 is first in the series. So I am going to read You Promised Me Forever by Monica Murphy. It is the first book in the Forever Duet, or Forever Yours Duet. So I'm counting it. And it is More Than Friends. Maybe. I thought it told me. But anyways, it looks like that one is like 200 and something pages, 268 pages. So it's that much, and then that's the second book. So first book in the series is You Promised Me Forever, which is a new adult sports romance. And yeah.
Roll number 21, we have a double, so I do have to do 23 rolls, add another roll, so, and that's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is audible.
Roll number 21 was a double, so I added another roll. And for this one, we landed on Audible. And for that, I'm going to do Feels Like Home by Kelly Elliott. This is the fifth book in the Southern Bride series. I have this one on audio. And yeah, I have the first 5 on audio. I don't have the 6th or 7th. But yes, I'm super excited to listen to these because I read these the first time I read these. So I plan on listening to them this time. So yes, super excited to listen to this.
Roll number 22, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Read your shelf. For roll number 22, we got read your shelf again, so I'm going to roll the dice. And we got shelf number 5. And shelf number 5 is this one. Yes, this one. Don't know. Trying to think if I have any audiobooks over here. So I do know I really need to work on cleaning my shelves. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Beach Read by Emily Henry. I'm sorry, I said that weird. Emily Henry, because I'm gonna use this for buddy read. So yes, this is the one I'm going with.
Roll number 22 was read your shelf, and again I rolled, and you saw that because I inserted the clip, and I picked Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is a contemporary that follows 2 authors, and they switch genres and fall in love. And that's pretty much all I know about it. This will be my first Emily Henry book. And I'm super excited. And it looks just like the perfect summer read. And yeah. So.
Roll 23, we have 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. TBR Vet. And that is the 3rd time we landed on TBR Vet, so I do have to add another roll. So this isn't our final roll.
Roll number 23 was TBR Vet, and that was the 3rd time we landed on TBR Vet. So I added another roll, and for this one I am going to do It Started With a Kiss by I never could say this. I'm so sorry. Marina Alder. I have this one on audio. This is one of the oldest romance reveal books that I have, that I've not unhauled or have not read. So yes, this is the one I'm gonna go for TBR Vet. I think I got this in March 2017. I think this was in my 2nd romance reveal, but I don't remember that 100%, but it's very, very, one of the first ones I did get. So it's a TBR Vet.
Roll number 24, we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 TBR jar, and that one's good. So that was our final roll. Roll 24, we got TBR jar again, so we're gonna spin the wheel again, and it is Every Heart a Doorway.
And finally, roll 24, we got TBR jar. So again, I put all of the host favorite that I owned in a spinner wheel, and I spun the wheel, and it landed on Every Heart a Doorway by Shawnee McGuire, which is perfect. I have this on audio, and it's fairly short. This is book 1 in the Wayward Children series. This is very much out of my comfort zone because this is like a fantasy, and I don't really do fantasies. But it's super short, so yes, and this is a lot of people's favorites, so I'm super excited to read this. So that is my TBR for my TBR game. As I said, I will be posting another video of all of the, my whatever-a-thon TBR, going through all of the books I plan on reading and what books I plan on using for the prompts and whatnot. I'm just holding off on one prompt in particular, which is to fit a book from a TBR game prompt. So there's just not a lot of TBR games yet. So I'm holding off for that. But once I start watching TBR games, I will film my whatever-a-thon TBR and post that. But I have 24 books to read. A lot of them are rereads. And I'm hopeful that June is a fun month and I picked some good books. And yeah, if you are participating in whatever-a-thon, what team are you on and how many books did you say you were going to read? And if you've read any of these books that I mentioned, which ones are you excited for me to read? And I'll see everyone later. Bye.